Hi everybody, it's Quarantine Cooking with Carolyn again. Today I'm going to show you how to make stuffed peppers in your crock pot. Now I'm going to show you how to make this recipe for just 2 people because, again, as I've mentioned before, we are just 2 people here. So I'm going to show this recipe for 2, but it's easily doubled. Okay, so what you need to make this recipe to start off with is about half a jar of spaghetti sauce, again for 2 people, 2 bell peppers, about 2 tablespoons of diced onion, about 3/4 of a cup of brown rice cooked, some seasoning, salt, and pepper, and about half a pound of ground beef. And you want to use a fairly lean ground beef for this recipe because we are not going to pre-cook the meat. So as it cooks in the crock pot, if you use a higher fat content meat, that fat will come out of the meat and it will make your peppers soggy. And they won't be very good. So I would recommend using something a little bit leaner. You could also use ground turkey in this recipe, or I think the Italian seasoned ground turkey would be very good as well. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing you're going to do is take about your half a jar of your sauce and you're going to spread it on the bottom of your crock pot. Okay, and you can see I've got my crock pot lined here because that saves on cleanup, and I've talked about that before. And then the next thing you want to do is cut off the tops of your peppers and get rid of the ribs. And I've done this one already. You can kind of see that one. And then this one I'm going to take out, and I'm just going to cut those ribs out a little bit. You can usually just kind of pull them off too. You don't really need to cut them so much, and get rid of those seeds. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then with this one didn't want to sit flat, so I took just a tiny sliver off the bottom. And you want to be careful if you're doing that because you don't want to cut through. So just tiny so that it'll sit up straight in the crock pot. However, if you do have a problem with it leaning, just lean it next to the wall of the crock pot and you'll be fine. All right, so the next thing you want to do is take your ground meat, your 2 tablespoons of chopped onion, your seasoning salt and pepper, and you see mine, I've got a little bit of crushed red pepper in my seasoning salt today, and a little bit of black pepper. Okay, let me get those out of there. And then you need about 3/4 of a cup or so of your rice, and you're going to want to mix that all together like so. And as you can see, this recipe comes together super quick. You stick it in the crock pot and you forget about it until you're ready to eat. Okay, so that's pretty mixed up pretty well, and you're going to stuff the peppers with the cooked rice and beef. And you're just going to set those in the crock pot like that. Okay, so once you get your peppers filled, just set them in the crock pot. And as you can see, I have diced up the remaining tops of the peppers, just so we don't waste those, and it brings a little bit more flavor to the party. So you're going to cover this now, and you're going to cook that on low for about 6 to 7 hours, or on high for 3 to 4 hours. So give this a try tonight, guys, and let me know how it goes. And just remember, you have got this.